right, we are back at the Kickstart Your Business Summit 2026. Man, this is exciting. What a day. We have been putting one speaker after another onto YouTube all day long. So it's been fabulous. We've been having a great time with that. We've been meeting new people. As what's been happening, people are commenting in the chats and they're talking back on the videos. And of course, we're answering them. So, please do that. If you see something you like in one of the videos, be sure to check it out. Up at the top corner right there, you'll see the QR code. That is to register for this summit. And you want to register, even though you're watching along and you're getting all this great information on YouTube. If you register for the summit, what happens is you actually get access to a bunch of gifts. There's a pile of gifts. There's all the speakers are giving away things. And some of them are small things and some of them are big things. So there's lots of surprises in that box. So go ahead and register for the summit so that you can get those gifts. Today's speakers, man, we had a huge lineup. We had Mikkel Hancock talking about personal growth and, and how to, make decisions. And then we had Gretchen Richards up and she was talking about how to expand your business and grow your business. We had Christina Jensen with us today, who was training on sales. And I mean, every business owner needs to know how to sell better. If you don't know how to sell, you're not going to stay in business because you don't know how to close the deal. And no matter how many leads you get, if you can't sell, you're not going to be able to close the deal and you won't be able to keep your business going. So that is an important one. Christina Jensen. Shanae Richardson was with us today and she was talking about a great product line that she represents and how you can shop back. You don't have to always go down to the big box store, but you can support somebody local. She has a fabulous business model. And for those of you who don't have a business and are looking to, figure out like what you can do in business, reach out to Shanae Richardson. We're putting all the contact information, everything in under their videos so that you can see how to reach them. Joe was with us today and he talked about productivity in your business and key performance indicators and things that the numbers that you need to know and keep track of in business in order to prosper. Great session that we had with him. We saw some of our members and speakers jumping on with us throughout the day, talking about, some of the things that they were excited about in the summit. We gave out some great networking tips. Also earlier today, you'll see that in the playlist. And then we had Vicki James. We love Vicki James. She's a longtime member. She started out in the Seattle area in the U.S. and then decided she was going to pursue her dreams. And she's a digital nomad right now, coming in from Spain. So awesome to see her. And she comes from that bookkeeping financial background, but that's not what her talk is about. Her talk is about your why and how important it is. So, you definitely want to check that video out because that is an important concept for every entrepreneur. You're going to love that. And then we saw Danielle Benson today. Okay, and she does speaker training, powerful talk. You're going to definitely want to follow along with that one. Brandy Cox was another one of the speakers that we had today. Brandy is a genius. I don't know how else to describe her. She is, wow, tech, AI, getting systems ready for businesses, does a lot of great work with coaches. She had a phenomenal presentation today, and I think that you really need to watch that one. Then you saw Sherry Hudson, whole new take on AI, okay? Sherry gets into, how to create a wisdom kind of a bot for you, and different ways that can be applied to your business. And it's such a time saver when people keep asking you the same questions over and over again. So great talk she had. And then one of my new favorite speakers in the CIBN network is Michaela Kolesa. I'm probably saying her name wrong, but she knows who I am. I'm saying, okay, she's brilliant. I actually was listening to her when we did the recording, and I was thinking, wow, I wish I would have met her like 10 years or 15 years ago when I was at the beginning of my journey, when we were just struggling to make $50,000, $60,000 a year, because she is really very talented at helping people, breach that 6-figure mark. And, just as I was doing the recording and talking to her afterwards, I was really impressed by her knowledge and by her manner and how she helps her clients achieve those results. So great lineup today. Lots of exciting things happening all day long. Just put that playlist on and watch it. Watch the whole thing. And in fact, let me get you right now. I'm going to go into my little media assets here. And I'm going to actually give you a different QR code because maybe you're just watching this one and you haven't figured out yet that there's more. So I'm going to change the QR code up there right now. If you saw that change, this is now the playlist for the Kickstart Summit. So all those people that I just mentioned, if you're like, I don't know where to find them, okay, registering for the summit would give you, access as well. But this takes you directly to the link where all of the summit videos are. And now on the next day, you're going to see more of them go up because this is a 3-day summit. So we have a pile more coming for you. It's like, oh my gosh, that's so much. And a wonderful thing about being on YouTube like this is that you can go back and you can watch more. You can watch them later. And, you can just go back to the ones that are your favorite. You can mark them and save them and stuff like that on YouTube, which is really cool because I've been using YouTube for learning for years. And I often find videos that, are giving me great information. And sometimes I'm taking notes and going back to them. So you could be doing that as well. This summit is where you're going to get a lot of knowledge. Tomorrow, we got even more coming for you. And you're going to see some different kinds of speakers tomorrow. We're going to have some people talking a little bit more about spirituality and how that fits into your business. And they're going to give you a completely different perspective of anything you've ever seen before. You're going to see people talking about finances and in a different way than you've ever heard them talk about finances before. Okay, we've got some incredible gurus that are going to be with us tomorrow. So you're going to want to stay tuned, come back, or if you're watching this later on after these, summit dates are over, you're going to want to continue on and watch the rest of the presentations. There's an amazing amount of content with some really great people that really know their stuff. And these are the people that you want to hire in your business. Okay, I'm going to tell you this from experience. We started our CIBN network more than 15 years ago now. And we've worked with many kinds of business coaches and bookkeepers and gurus. We've met, financial experts. And of course, we got all the financial planning and stuff like that set up. We would never have had anything like that ready and done in our lives and our businesses if we hadn't been so involved in a business network. Okay. A business network is where you meet incredible people. And you don't just meet the prospects. I mean, the prospects are awesome because we're all in business and we want to make sales. And of course, you want to meet prospects and you want to sell them things and you want to get business from that. And that's one of the reasons we go networking. But there's another huge advantage to networking that we don't talk about enough. And that is the people that we meet, the mentoring that we get, the mistakes that we miss. Are you hearing me here? The mistakes that we miss. It is expensive to make mistakes in business. And without the business network, we would have made so many more mistakes. We learned how to market from marketing experts. Okay, we were surrounded by them and we knew who was really doing a good job because marketing experts join business networks. Okay, and they stay there. The ones that are not experts, the fly-by-nighters, they don't stick. They sometimes buy a membership and then they're gone next month or by the third month. And the reason is because they don't do a good job. They're not happy with the results. And honestly, I got to ask you, like a marketer, the only reason a good marketer would go out networking is because they really enjoy networking and they want to give back. Because a marketer who's good at marketing, they'd be using their marketing stuff to get their next client if it worked. Did you just hear what I said? Do you ever get those emails that land in your inbox and they're like some guy's trying to sell you search engine optimization or some kind of marketing through your inbox? And I always answer them back and say, if your stuff works so good, why aren't you using it to get a client? Why are you sending me spammy emails? Hello? Well, in the business network, because of the group that we have, the tribe that we have, when marketers join and they stay with us, they do a good job, and they're there for the reason that they want to build relationship. And they know that that high quality referral is a better lead than anything else. Okay. And if they're good at their marketing, they stick with us. And so what I'm telling you is when you join a network like CIBN Connect, what is really, really cool is that you are now going to have access to a whole new group of people that do a great job, and they are amazing. And you know what? I'm going to just change that QR code up again at the top and take you to the CIBN site so that you can go there and check it out and see some of the members and see some of the testimonies. There's lots of testimonies for them here on our YouTube channel as well. Many, many people who've been completely transformed, earning more money, found the answers that they needed in their business and in their life. Many of those testimonies are there on the YouTube channel as well. And I also want to bring to your attention events. Okay, so this summit is just one event at CIBN. CIBN puts on more than 500 online events a year. And if you go to the website, what you're going to find is you're going to find all kinds of things there and events. There's an event page. I'm just looking for my little link here to find the event page so that we can take you to there. Oh, here it is. Okay, I'll just show it to you. There you go. So you just go to that link right there, or the QR code will take you there, and you can just click through. And there's all kinds of events on the event page, like every week. This week during the summit, we're telling the ladies, join us at the Positively Women's Networking. It happens on Tuesday. And if you're watching in the future, it always is up on the event page. And that is happening Tuesdays, 1 o'clock Mountain, 3 o'clock Eastern time. And what are you going to do there? Who are you going to meet? We're going to meet Tiff Loeffler. Okay, she is a bundle of joy and positivity and amazing energy. Okay, she has so much fun just meeting people, networking, bringing connections together. You're going to love Positively Women's Networking. So definitely come and check that out. And then over on the Thursday, you're going to see Smart Networking. Smart Networking is ran by Joshua George, and he shows you how to network in a way that is smart, that's intelligent. And he's also, most of the stuff that he's showing you there comes out of the book, Smart Networking. Okay, you can Google it as well. It's all over the internet. Smart Networking, the $150,000 method. It's a book that I wrote. It's a book that we gathered information for more than 15 years from people who made a lot of money networking, and we put it into that book so that people can access it there. You can also get it for, I think there's a $5 copy on kerrygeorge.com. So if you go to kerrygeorge.com, you'll see the books there, and that's where you can find that. So there's lots of different ways that you can interact with us, lots of fun stuff that's happening. But I want to take a minute today and just talk about what are you doing, in your network, okay? And what are you doing this year? So where are you going this year? We're talking about all day today, 2026. And this could be the beginning of any year as you're watching this video. Maybe it's later than that. But I want to just talk about what happens in the next 12 months from now. Okay? Because you've gotten to a certain point in your life and in your business. So where do you want to go next? This is 2026 that I'm making this video right now. But what are your goals this year? Did you write them down? I'd encourage you to do that. Write them down. Did you pick a word or an intention this year? Something that is special that you want to, work on this year. I, for years, in fact, I still do. Okay. I still do. I have these notebooks, special notebooks that I start putting my notes into. And I always start a new one at the beginning of the year. And as I start that notebook, I put in the front of it, this year, I want to be a better, and in the early days of business, I want to be a better entrepreneur. I want to be a better salesperson, whatever it is. I want to be a better, maybe bookkeeper, Fortunately, I farmed that out. I discovered that wasn't such a good thing for me. But you know what? I always have done that for many, many years. I'm back in the early years, even before being in business, I had things like, I want to be a better mother. I want to be a better, I was a pastor for years, so I want to be a better pastor. And what I would do is all year long, when I would go to courses, I would try to pick courses that were about that subject, and I would put my notes into that book. And sometimes I would be doing some studies, even online studies, and take notes, and I'd write it in that book. I have done that for years, and I have a whole bookshelf of these. And sometimes when I am wondering, like, how did, I learned how to do like search engine optimization years ago. I learned how to do social media marketing years ago. And of course, I've updated those things over the years. But sometimes I'm like, when was I learning that? And what was that subject about? Maybe there's something I forgot. I can go to my bookshelf and I can go right back to the one that says, this year I want to be a better marketer. And I can pull that book out and I can see all of those notes. And even at the end of the year, I often go and highlight just the key points in there. So 5 years later, if I go back and pull my book off the shelf, I don't usually read everything in the book. I just read the highlighted portions and go, oh yeah, that's still important. I needed to be reminded of that. So this year, I'd ask you, where are you going? What are you doing? What's your word or your intention this year that you're really, working on? And, start a book, start writing down the things. Or if you're one of these people that does chat GPT searches, I do that too. But now I actually pull off some of that information and I print it out and I stick it into a little binder. And sometimes that helps me get things done, or it helps me like grow in my growth. I'm just looking around here because I have one on the go right now. It's kind of fun. I'll show you. I have a binder that I've been working on this year. It's just a goofy little binder I got inexpensively at Staples. Okay. And what we're working on is growing our YouTube channel. So I went on to ChatGPT and we had some goals around our YouTube channel. We want to make the watch hours go up and we want to do different things on our YouTube channel. And so I went and did some research and I put it together in a binder. And then due to the research, it showed us like, how many videos to do and what kinds of videos. So I made a schedule and a plan. I put it all in there. And that is now my working binder for my goals for YouTube for this year. So I just want to share that with you because maybe you have some goals or some things that you've been trying to figure out how to get done. Go do some research on it, but put your research together and keep going over it, because otherwise it's not a goal. It's a wish. And it doesn't actually transpire. It doesn't come into being, okay? So this is what I do to help us accomplish stuff. And over the years, we've accomplished a lot of things. I'm the CEO of CIBN Connect. I've been at this, for more than 15 years now. We have a whole team of people that are working. Joshua works full-time as a general manager. We have Francois behind the scenes doing videos and editing and all kinds of different stuff. We have virtual assistants that work with us right now. Jesslyn is one of our main virtual assistants, and a personal executive as well, Maria. So there's all these people that are just working together and doing stuff, to make this happen. And it started small, just one foot in front of the other. And that's what I'm always encouraging members to do, and business owners that we meet, is just make a plan and put one foot in front of the other and keep going, because this year you can change what's happening. You can change your results. You can say, this is where I'm going this year. I'm going to do something different. So write things down, okay? And then I would encourage you to learn from others. In fact, I'd even invite you to come and join the tribe at CIBN, okay? Come and find out more. That QR code at the top, I think that one now is taking you, yes, to the CIBN site. Go find out more. Go look it up, okay? We got lots of cool stuff happening at CIBN all the time, okay? So not just the events, the event page is one thing that is there, okay? But CIBNconnect.com has got lots of information on it about how to build a business, because it's lonely out there as an entrepreneur. but you don't have to be alone. We have this great tribe of people that love to do things together. And in fact, many of them are watching along on YouTube today. Many of them will be watching a playlist later today, at CIBN Connect. You can start making comments under the videos, under that playlist that we have for the summit. And there will be people who will answer you back today because they are they're finding you by what you're saying there. So that's pretty awesome. I'm just going to give you the playlist. I'm going to change that QR code up at the top. Now it is for the playlist for the summit. And if you're commenting on those videos, you're going to see members come in and comment. They'll answer you back. There's testimonies where you can see what they're saying about the network. But come and network with us. Come and join us and find out more about CIBN and what it can do for you, and meet some of the people who are doing a lot of things for each other. I'm almost at the top of the hour, and we've had a full day for the summit today. Okay, so many awesome speakers. We got another great lineup coming for you tomorrow. There's a mixture of business owners in there that do a variety of things, but I think there's a couple of focuses tomorrow. There's a big focus on the financials for business as one of the topics. And then I know we have a few speakers who are going to be talking about the spirituality of their lives and how that has affected their business, and how they even, use their head and their heart together to create a heart-based business. You're going to love hearing from that. So guys, schedule time in to, follow along tomorrow. Turn that playlist on and watch it tonight. And you're going to see a whole bunch more go live starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. We're going to have a lot of fun. Okay. And if you're watching this later, you're going to see, the whole lineup will already be there, and you can just go through and pick the ones that you want, or you can watch the entire thing. These are amazing people that you're going to get to meet in person and do business with, and that you can actually build those business relationships. And that's really, truly important when you're growing a business, to build a network around yourself. So it's not just you. You're not alone anymore. Come and join us at CIBN Connect. And we look forward to seeing you down the road. Anyways, I'm going to end today by saying what we always say at the end of our meetings. We always say, happy capitalism. Okay? So happy capitalism. We'll